Hey everybody, I'm going to show you how to do hydrotherapy, hot and cold fomentations. Now, typically I would do this on an adult, but I have my son available to help me today, so he's going to be my patient to show you how to do hot and cold fomentations. I love doing these hot and cold fomentations because I feel like they really do help boost the immune system, especially when one of us is sick. I'll tend to do these. My oldest son is actually sick. He's on his second day of being sick, and yesterday when he woke up, he had raspy breathing. You could hear him breathing. It sounded like it was a bit of a struggle for him. And also he had a runny nose. He had a really deep cough as well that made me worried. And so immediately the next morning I did this hot and cold fomentation for him in the morning and in the evening before he went to bed. And the next day, today, he actually sounds a whole lot better. He's still recovering from his cold or whatever it is that he had. I'm not sure what it was. But I really do feel like these hot and cold fomentations help to cut down on the amount of sick days that we tend to have, because it helps to boost our immune system. It makes our blood flow even better. So I'm going to show you how to do these. It's just hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, 3 to 5 times for each one, and you always want to end on cold. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Check it out and try it out, because especially right now with the coronavirus going around, we're gonna need something, so try this. First, we want to get things ready. So we're going to take a large pot and fill it with water, and we're going to bring it just to a boil. Okay, so first what we're gonna need is we're gonna need 2 regular sized towels, the type that you just use when you're taking a shower. One goes on the back and one goes on the chest. Next, we're gonna need some small washcloths that we're going to use, and these we're going to put in the cold water for the cold part of this treatment. Then we're also going to use the medium hand-sized towels, and we're going to dip a couple of these in water, and you want some extras just in case. So those are what we're going to be using. Okay, first we have our bed here. You can have any kind of bed that you want to use, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our towel, regular sized towel, and we're going to fold it into 3s so we can put our wet hot towel on it. Okay, first I'm going to start by folding that side. The wet towel, the big hot towel, is going to go right here, and then once we have it on there, we're going to put it, fold it so we have 2 layers between the back of the patient and the towel. Okay, so the water is just about to boil, so I'm going to shut it off because I'm using this on a child, so we don't have to have it boiling hot. What we're going to do is we're going to take our hand towels, and I find it easier if at first you start to twist them, kind of like a braid. You twist it this way, and then we're going to dip it in the water because it's a lot easier to strain the towel. So we're going to twist it first and hold both ends of your hand towel. So now we're just going to dip it in the middle into our hot water, but just not let the ends get the water on it. Now, since it's already twisted, we're just going to keep twisting it to wring out the water because you don't want it to have too much water. Okay, and our towel is ready. Okay, so here we have our hot towel that we just got out, and the ends are still dry, so we're just going to lay it over that one layer of towel there. And since I'm using a child, I'm going to fold it over so that you can see the towel is hot right here and it's steaming, so it's really hot. So we're going to use those 2 ends that are folded and fold it up. When you first start the treatment, you want to be very conservative with the heat that you're putting out because you can always take towels off as well. Okay, so this is pretty warm, so you want to feel it before the patient gets on there. I'm going to put an extra towel, that's why you have the extra towels, and put it between the hot towel and the skin of the patient. Okay, then help the patient onto the bed. Good job. Okay, so we have the patient ready. This is Benjamin. Can you say hi? He's gonna be helping me today. All right, you wanna make sure that the back is right on the towel. Then we're gonna add our top layer with the 2 layers of towel closest to the body. Does that feel okay? Okay, you wanna put your arms down by your side. Ponha seus braços aqui. Daqui, obrigada. Okay. You want to make sure it's up on their chest. And then we have an extra blanket here to cover them with. That just helps to keep the heat in as well. How do you feel? You feel okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what we're doing is we're doing hot and cold treatments because this really gets the blood to circulate well. And especially when somebody is sick, they have a cough, a cold, the flu, they're not feeling well, or you just want to boost the immunity, this is a great therapy to use on, you can see it works on children and it works on adults as well. Now when it comes to children, you only want to do this treatment if they're able to talk. So if they're able to let you know that it's too hot for them, because if they're not able to talk and tell you it's too hot, it could burn them and you don't want to do that. So you want to make sure if you're doing it on a child that they're old enough to let you know if it's too hot or not. So I'm going to let him lay here for about 3 minutes, and then that's going to be the first hot part of this treatment, and then you're going to see the cold treatment, which we're going to get a bowl of ice with a towel. So you're going to want to place the ice water nearby, and we're going to take our washcloth and dip it in the water. We're going to wring out the washcloth so that most of the water comes off, but it's still damp enough. Okay, now we're going to help the patient. First we do the chest, so you take the hot treatment off. We take our washcloth that is cold. We're going to place it on the chest. Oh. We're going to use a little bit of friction for about 30 seconds. And if it's a child, you can ask them to count with you. Can you count to 10 for me?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No,
okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so it's usually 30 seconds, and we just counted really slow. Then we'll have the patient sit up, and we're gonna get our washcloth wet again so it's nice and cold for the back. Okay, so we have our cold washcloth. We're gonna do this for another 30 seconds.
1, 2. No,
okay, you count first. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I like to use the other side of the washcloth because it's still cold, but the washcloth will absorb that heat from the body. And you'll see the skin will start to look a little bit pink. That's because it's bringing the blood to the surface of the skin, and the cold helps to push it back as well. Okay, good job. Go ahead and lay down. Oh yeah, is it still hot?
Yeah.
After a while, if it's not hot enough anymore, you can have the patient sit up. Here, let's sit up real quick. And you can remove a layer of towel. Or you can flip this over so it's just the one layer between the skin and the hot towel. So go ahead and lay down. All right, does that feel okay? All right, arm down. There we go. And we'll let that sit for another 3 minutes, and then we'll do cold again, okay? Would you like some water?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Always make sure that you have water nearby for the patient because you get hot during this treatment, and so you want to make sure that they're getting plenty of fluids. So let me go get your water. All right, so now we're going to repeat this about 3 to 5 times. Now, if it's a child, let's hope that they'll let us do it 3 times. Usually this one will, because you'll bribe them with something, like he can watch some Christian music that he likes to listen to. But we're going to repeat this hot, cold, at least 3 times, but up to 5 would be perfect. Okay, so this is the 3rd hot treatment that we have done. So now I'm going to finish on cold. You want to make sure that you're finishing on cold because it gives the body this type of chill and then makes the body warm itself back up, which really helps to boost the immune system. So end on cold. And sometimes it's a good idea after doing this treatment, whether it's on a child or an adult, that you take a bath or shower afterwards, and you always want to have a cool bath or shower afterwards. And it helps because you're sweating during this entire treatment because it's hot, except for the cold part. So by taking a shower or a bath, you're helping to get rid of that sweat and those toxins as well. But always remember to end on cold. Usually what I'll do when my husband, one of my boys, or I are sick is I will do this treatment in the morning time when we wake up or after breakfast, and then evening before bedtime. Because the more that you do it, the quicker you're going to be able to get well. Okay. You want to say thanks for joining?
Thank you.
Thank you. You feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All done.
All done? All done, all right.
Look at my doggy.
Okay.
Look.
Thanks, bud.